Hello, boys and girls. We're going to be reading The New Friend. And before we do, let's go ahead and look at this picture card. It looks like this family is moving. She's helping, or yeah, she's helping. The mom and dad are helping. And they're going to have to move into a new house. And they have to leave their old house. And they're loading up this truck that says truck. They have all their things in boxes. And now they're going to, they're loading it and they're going to have to take it out of the truck when they get to their new house and put it in their new house. Have you guys ever moved to a new house or a new apartment or a new place? So when you go, people say that you move. You go from your old house to and your old neighborhood to a new house. And so you're going to want to get a truck to put all your things in. And so when they get there, the house should be empty. The apartment should be empty, and then they're going to go inside and move the boxes inside, and they're going to unpack their things. That means they're going to get all their things out of these boxes. So one of the first things that you do, or what is the first thing you do when you get to a new place? Have you thought about that? You probably would want to get out your blankets first because you're going to have to sleep there. So find your blankets and pillow. When Mrs. Gillum first moved to her house, she had to sleep with a sleeping bag and a pillow because we had to wait for our stuff to get there. But anyway, she's going to probably want to have some new friends. You know, she's going to feel a lot better if she moves to a new neighborhood and there's friends there. All right, well, let's go ahead and read The New Friend. And this is by Maria Punchel. They don't have a picture of her, but she lived in Spain. And she writes her books in Spanish, and then they get translated into English. So this is an English translation of El Amigo Nuevo, which means the new friend. So the man who drew all these pictures is Ed Martinez. He drew all of these. And guess what? His dad was an artist too. And Ed Martinez started off drawing and painting horses. And so now he paints and draws pictures for magazines and books. And this story could really happen, but you know, it's realistic fiction. That means that the characters do what they're supposed to be doing. But it really didn't happen, but someone made a story about it. Maria Puncel did. So, I'll read it to you. And here we go. The New Friend, our anchor text for Lesson 25 in our textbook. So, Martin, Luis, and I lived in the city. Next door was an old house. No one had lived there for a long time. One day, a work crew came with pails and brushes. Okay, so there's pails of paint, and it looks like they're painting. They started to wash and paint the empty house. Do you know what that means? They're getting it ready for someone to live there. Oop, I see the moving truck. After they were done and the paint had dried, the house looked pretty and new. The next day, a big truck pulled up. It was full of crates and boxes. A crew unloaded the boxes off the truck. Now, over here they use the word crew. This is a work crew. It's like a group of workers is a crew. And now they have a crew of movers. Okay, so a crew unloaded the boxes off the truck. When you unload, that means you take them off the truck. A new family would soon live there. Today, Luis went over to the house next door. He met a boy named Makoto. Then we all met Makoto. Makoto was 7 years old, just like us. So is that Makoto? They're all going over there. There's Luis knocking on the door. Before long, we found out that Makoto played soccer. This must be him. He could keep running and running. He was good at learning things too. He learned all of our names by the end of the game. That's good when people can remember your name. That feels good. What are they doing? Are they playing marbles? Are those Makoto's parents right there? Soon, Makoto's family was all moved in. We met his mother and father. They were glad that Makoto had made some new friends. So, you know what, guys? If you think about it, how would you feel if you moved to a new neighborhood and there were friends there for you to play with? And they liked you and they played with you. Would that make things easier? Yes, it would. Lucky boy. While Makoto's mother and father went to buy food, Makoto stayed and played with us. Bye-bye. We're going to go get some groceries because there's nothing in the refrigerator or in the cupboards, and we're going to be really hungry if I don't get some food. Okay, bye. We're playing marbles. Oh, they came back with some groceries. When Makoto's mother and father rejoined us, Martin, Makoto, and I helped them carry the bags into the house. Makoto said he would show us around his house. Then we went up to look at Makoto's room. Okay, so he's showing them around the house, and now they're in his room. Look at how fancy his room is, and got, what is that up on the wall? Is that a kite? He has a shelf with a sailboat and a fire truck with a crane on it. Okay. Makoto, let's just say Makoto. Makoto still had a lot of boxes to unpack. He had some nice toys and kites. He said that on the next windy day, we could bring his kites outside and fly them. He said I could fly a kite by myself. So he's all showing them his stuff. He's got some good stuff, it looks like. What's he looking at? Is this a photo album? These days, like, we get our cell phones and we just show pictures that we took. But it used to be where you would print off the pictures and you would put them into scrapbooks or albums to show people because cell phones weren't the in thing. Anyway, then we went outside to look at Makoto's pictures from Japan. He had them in a green book. So they're outside looking at these. On the first page, we saw Makoto's old house in Japan. On the next page, we saw Makoto's family in Japan. Oh, so he's moving here from across the world, like halfway around the world in Japan. The last page had pictures of Makoto's friends. They showed Makoto's 7th birthday party. Makoto said he wishes we could meet his old friends. So he moved there, but he had a life before. He was playing soccer and he was doing things with his family. This is his old house. Maybe this is one of his baby cousins. At the end of the day, Makoto's mother and father repaid us for helping with cookies. We said please and thank you and ate up. Makoto's father said he had a new job in the city. Makoto would be going to our school. We were all glad about that. Oh, so that's why they moved, 'cause he found some work to do. You go, if someone gives you a job and you don't have one, then go in and move there and have a job. We said goodbye to Makoto and his mother and father. Then we went home to our families. We were glad to have a new friend next door. Okay, well, let's go ahead and answer some questions. It says, how do you think Makoto feels about moving to a new place? Like, how would you feel? Maybe at the beginning you might feel a little bit nervous. But then if you make friends with the kids around you, then you're going to be happy you moved. You might still feel sad about the friends you miss from your old neighborhood. So you guys be a friend. If there's a new person in the neighborhood, you can be their friend and help them get used to your neighborhood. Help them feel love, just like these kids did. What good friends they are. What are Makoto's new friends like? Okay, well, let's look at the story. They like to play marbles together. The number one, they're friendly. It's not like a closed group. They're willing to accept other people into their friend group. His friends like to play soccer. His friends, it looks like, well, they're very friendly. We already talked about that. It says they're helpful. They helped carry the bags into the house after the parents went grocery shopping. And that's about it. How would you make a new friend feel welcome? So pretend someone moves next door to you. How would you make them feel? And they're your age. And your mom says it's okay to play with them. How would you make them feel welcome? Would you go knock on their door and say, hi, do you want to play? And would you play outside with them? Would you go see their toys and let them see your toys? Would you help them? Bring stuff into their house? Would you listen to them? Because he's probably going through some hard feelings. He's probably missing his friends and family from his last place that he lived. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for our first read of, what is the name of this story? Our New Friend? The New Friend? First read of The New Friend. Okay, we'll do this again before you take your test. Bye-bye.